What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another post game here on Mets Central. And the Mets drop game 2, 3-0 to the Atlanta Braves. The only unfortunate part, honestly, about it is the fact that the Braves are going to make the postseason, but it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So before we jump into everything, please be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans, and turn on your notifications so you know when I upload or go live on the channel. Really not a lot to talk about here. I mean, there's really no breakdown that's going to go on here, so I'm sorry if anyone's looking for like an in-depth breakdown. You're just not going to get that because this was a punt game. I mean, the Mets had Joey Lucchesi pitch and he did fine. I mean, he did actually more than I expected. Held the Braves to only 1 run in 6 innings of work. Walked 4 batters, which sucks because if he didn't walk that many batters, you maybe could have got more volume out of him. But got 5 strikeouts, only allowed 3 hits. He did fine. Brosabon, he was not great, but he's clearly not going to be on the postseason roster if they didn't view much of him. Adam Ottavino giving 2 innings today, which is interesting because they had him pitch the first game, of course. But he was good again in another inning of work, so maybe he's going to win his way onto the postseason roster. And if not, maybe he's going to be on the division series roster instead of the wild card roster now that he's got some work in over the past few days. Maybe they don't want to use him as much and they're just gonna let him be off the roster and then he'll be back in the division series. I'm not sure how they envision that going, and I wouldn't be opposed to him not being on the roster at all, because as much as he was good today, and as of lately hasn't been terrible, and by lately I mean the past like 3-4 innings he's pitched, you can't just ignore the other big chunk of innings of work that he gave that were not great. So I appreciate what he did today, but it is what it is. And then with the lineup, Iglesias kept his hit streak alive, which is a positive thing. Nimmo and Alonso got hit, so as much as we joked about them not showing up, there you go. They showed up in a game that was where they were just punting. And you look at the fact that they all, pretty much everyone in the lineup struck out as expected. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. There's really not a lot to take away from this game other than they're playing the Brewers. And starting tomorrow, it's October baseball. There's really nothing else to take away, talk about here. 5:30 start time tomorrow. You guys are going to get a podcast on here around 12 o'clock, breaking down everything that's happened and mostly previewing the Milwaukee Brewers series, which again is weird because they just played the Brewers. So I don't know. It's all a bit strange. But yeah, that's really all there is to this one. There's really not anything to dissect here. If you want the breakdown of how the runs were scored, sure, Gio Urshela had a single that made it 1-0 in the second inning, and then Ozuna had a 2-run RBI single in the bottom of the 7th inning. So again, really not much to talk about here. Sorry to Diamondback fans that were counting on the Mets to win because they couldn't get it done in this game too. And it would have been hilarious if they did. And this game was actually in reach considering the Braves were giving their full effort in this one and the Mets weren't even trying. So it's pretty interesting that the B team, C team, whatever you want to call this unit of a Mets team, almost beat the Braves when they were trying their hardest, which it's stupid because they had the freaking sweat it out in game 1 though, of course, when both teams were trying. So it just makes no sense with this freaking sport sometimes, I swear. But yeah, that's really it. Honestly, there's not a lot, like I said, to break down, and I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I just wanted to get something up just to finish the recap. But I do appreciate everyone that tuned into the full regular season, even though there were points where I didn't really upload any of the post games because of hockey going on and stuff like that. But I do appreciate everyone that did stick through and watch pretty much every post game that I did here. And yeah, we're only getting started, hopefully, on what will be, I hope at least, a long journey in October. So we'll see what happens, but that is going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to leave a like if you haven't already. Do not forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you know I upload or go live on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.